Okay, we are live. You're welcome to Opinion Sharers. Please, as you join us, we ask that you share the link, share. Help us share and invite people who might be interested in the topic of discussion today. We are focusing on the elections in Nigeria. We are, the election in 2023, Nigerian election, I mean. So that's why we are focusing on election and the candidates, presidential candidates. After all, we believe they are so powerful. A Nigerian president is very powerful, so that's why we are uh, putting a lot of pressure and trying to educate people who, especially the electorates, and Nigerians abroad and wherever. So today we are going to be talking about one of the lead contestant in the election, the presidential election, and that is Tinubu, who had an outing sometimes this week. Yes, this week. And he hosted the private business operators. And I thought it was the engagement deserved for us to talk about it. So that's what we're going to be reviewing, that interview, or it wasn't an interview, it was an engagement with those people. I don't know if you have seen the video, but he spoke. Uh, that is the presidential candidate himself, Tinubu, spoke in that event. His vice, Shetima, also spoke in that event, and I think two other guys spoke who are part of his team. So that's what I want us to discuss today. So can we quickly go share the link? When we come back, my guests will introduce themselves and then we'll go into the discussion proper. So I'm going to go look for the link now so I can share. Please, let's look for the link and share. Sometimes I don't even know what's happening. I'm not able to see my my notification on Facebook these days.
It's
Okay, I've
not only
seen
you. Nobody know what is going on.
it. Facebook is doing all kinds of updates that I don't really understand. Okay, so I've been able to share it now. Okay. All right. So we are talking about Tinubu's outing, his engagement with the private sectors, business leaders. I guess, in my opinion, I thought he was trying to show his influence. I thought he was trying to show his power, especially looking at the fact that he didn't attend those other events which he was invited to. You know, like the Nigerian Bar Association, I think the accountants, I don't know, the accountant association, something like that. Also, he didn't attend. Yeah. So, but this one, I guess he decided he would organize his own thing and be the chairman of the show. So that was just my personal opinion. And anyway, uh, let's first of all introduce ourselves briefly. Let's start with Tosin.
Hi, friends. Welcome to the show again. I'm Citizen Oluwatosin. It's been a while here.
Yeah.
It's very good to be back on platform with all friends and Babatu. Welcome to the show
Well,
again. I'm Citizen
thank you.
Oluwatosin.
All right, Village Boy.
Like you told us, Baba is not your friend, right?
Baba is my Baba.
Well, I am the village boy. Paul, I think I find it very funny that you will not remember the name of our prestigious
I can.
Institute of Technical of Nigeria, and you are calling accountant and whatever. That is very unacceptable. Yes, I can invited Tinubu for our annual conference. He didn't show up. So you are messing up with ICANN. It's not acceptable.
Well, I apologize.
Okay,
I,
apology accepted.
I apologize. Forgot that an ICANN representative is in the house. Thank you. Tilay,
Yeah.
Good afternoon from me, everyone. Timilayo Gutuyaki is my name. Welcome back. And
all right.
yes, I actually recognized what Sisolu also said. I was expecting Baba to make to make comment. I'm expecting the village boy to make comment about that, and that's a very good catch.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the village boy. So Tinubu didn't come to your meeting, but then he decided to organize his own show. What was your opinion when you saw it? I mean, just an overview of the event generally, in your
Well,
own opinion.
there are two issues here. Did he organize the event or was he invited for the event? I don't have details about that. Um, During NICA conference, which I joined online, uh, he did not say he was not going to come. The first 2 days he was on his way. There was traffic. He was set up in another meeting, and they put us on "I'm coming" all throughout. They never said he was not coming. They
It's
were
coming.
then they said it was talk. God's talk is somewhere else, and because of that, it may be almost impracticable for him to show face. So, and he did not send any delegate. Unlike we went during the Nigerian Bar session, where he sent the vice presidential candidates to the event, and with his sneakers, which he actually alluded to yesterday, and generated a lot of controversy. He went there to chase clout, kind of. So yeah, in terms of the event and the one of the organized private sector, the discussion and the issue raised, they are not new issues. While to be charitable, they look well articulated. I mean, not articulate. I mean, the real articulated English. Now I'm speaking of. So, if I will misquote me. So it's well crafted, but those are not they are not new issues. They are not something that is out of ordinary. I couldn't see anything that is, you know, that is born out of what you may call innovative mindset. Having said that, he also was trying to demonstrate the spirit of a teamwork, whereby though there are three who are supposed to talk, but from the video you sent, only two are spoken. So I was curious who the top person would be, but unfortunately the video ended. The issues, the strategy for meeting with the organized private sector, they seem right on the surface, but talk is cheap. So what we need today is not Nigerians. We know our problems. Nigeria, we know we are corrupt. We know corruption runs in the country, but nobody will come out and say that it's corrupt. Nobody is corrupt in Nigeria. Nigeria is corrupt, but nobody in Nigeria is corrupt. So all the issues that you raised there, they are germane issues. They are issues that an average person on the streets can raise on at his fingertips. But if witches, if forces were witches, everybody will write. So the issue is that do they have the capability and the willingness to do what they said they wanted to do. Yes, they may be capable on the surface. Do they have the willingness, political will? Because there are a lot of issues that will confront those things being addressed. There are so many fundamentals, you know. You can't be talking about industrialization when you have a centralized electricity system. When you are generating, even not even distributing now, what you are generating is not up to 20% of your need. And you are talking of industrial revolution. To me, it's just like talking. So I don't see. I mean, as a matter of fact, I've never seen any political, either the leading one or the one that are playing the local league. I've never seen anybody even talking about how to solve or address our issues. All this we are just hearing is just talk. If you cannot fix electricity, I don't see what you can do. No, Nigeria cannot move forward. It's not a cause until we can solve the basic electricity issue. If we fix electricity issue today, I think I can assure you that a lot of things will galvanize. You don't need to. The economy will roll out. We saw it happen when they brought GSM. It changed the trajectory. Even up today, how many people are making money through that? So yes, they will say, okay, these people know what they are doing. What they're talking about. They are reading from paper too. Though the Shatima said he wanted to talk from the heart, and the heart he was talking was just throwing punches on article. He was just kicking at he threw a light punch on Obi. Then the first article, maybe because they are from the same zone, he took article to the cleaner. That was the when he talked from the heart. So that also tells us something. The other one was reading, somebody wrote it. There are brilliant guys in their team that can write very well. So they are reading what somebody has written. So what is it? They are like broadcasters to me. They are reading
Okay.
news. 6 o'clock at 9, news at 9 p.m. But how does NTA dance and they did it? Who can remind me? Yeah, let me pause there.
All right. Let me take Tosin's opinion on this one. The
Ah,
outing.
okay. Thank you very much. Please, you will have to manage my voice. I lost my voice like 3 nights ago. We had 5 hours show
Ah,
on TikTok, and it was a midnight show, and people refused to go until 6 a.m. from 1 a.m. It was very
okay.
engaging, so I lost my voice. Talking about the outing, Ashewaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't want to. I want to be make a call and fool. I watched the video and I've watched some interviews also about it. I'm surprised that for me, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, and I will not pretend to be. I'm surprised that I've also heard from their manifesto also, and I'm surprised that they have solution to all the problems we are having now, but they want to delay to provide the solution until next 6 months or next year. All the like Baba have rightly said, all the things he's talking about is what people at the bus stop, newspaper stands usually talk about. We know we have a problem. How are you going to solve it? So organizing a show for himself to be the speaker also there is also laughable. If he wants to prove that he has solutions to the problems we're having, our media houses are there, capable journalists are there to interview him, to screw him and really dig down on his manifesto and his wealth of knowledge and how he can provide solution to the many problems we have, and not him organizing a show and selecting those that will come and they are there and they are just talking. All these are cloud chasing. All these are just desperation to get power. And that is one of the reasons I'm not a fan. Because we know we have problem. How are you going to solve it? Your party is the party in power now and has brought Nigeria back from where your party take over Nigeria from. So what is the new thing you want to bring on board that a guy there cannot do? And if they claim then the guy there is not listening, why are you in the same party if he's not listening? And have you criticized him for not listening? So all what they are doing is just campaign buhaha and just to get people's vote or just to deceive people. And thank God that everyone is awake now, and people are not bought with all this wearing suits and speaking, reading from the books. Speak to us. Let us know what you really got. Go to media houses, meet people, let people hear from you. Not all this organized event and reading casting news. No, no. Nigerians, I believe we are more awakened and more civilized than all this Akamaje politics. No, people are awakened. For me, I'm not a fan of his candidacy from beginning because I see desperation in it, and I'm not a fan. I believe the old guys should leave the stage for the younger generation to take over. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tosin. What I'm trying to do is, I know you are not a fan, but I want us to try and see if we can be objective. Looking at the that event itself. So let's see if Timileyin will be objective. Timileyin, what was your impression?
You are trying to gaslight me.
No, no, no,
You are trying to
no.
gaslight me.
I'm just trying to prepare you so that
But
you don't sound like like your brother.
but
Like
it's
a
okay.
rebel.
The only the only good thing that could be taken away from that event is the fact that he's trying to do what people know him for, to gather people together and then to say let's work together. But another, if you look at it from another perspective, that's the only thing that I would say could be taken away from that, because I could see him bringing up Inyaboeji, the co-founder of Flutterwave, and then talking about digital economy for people that really do not understand what digital economy is, really. And so the point is, if people do not understand digital economy and you are collaborating with someone with such track record of excellence in the digital and tech space, yeah, it shows you are trying to collaborate with people. But the thing is, if you are a CEO and want to take Nigeria as a personal project, Nigeria as a personal company or organization, would you would you want to would you want to hire a CEO and ask the CEO to bring people from his family to come and attend interview with him, so that the firstborn will be the one that will talk about how he's going to manage human resources, and then the second born is going to be the one, things like that. I mean, a leader, a clear leader should be able to say, this is what my plan is, not what another person's plan is. Now, if Inyaboeji is talking about digital economy and we hold, and Tinubu peradventure becomes the president of Nigeria tomorrow, and we are trying to hold him accountable for that, he would legitimately say, I wasn't the one that promised you that. And there is nothing anybody would say about that. And there is a clear-cut difference between the public asking you to come and talk about your plans for Nigeria and you bringing in your favorite people to say let's discuss the problem of Nigeria. I mean, the problem of Nigeria is enormous, right? Number one. Number two, it is multifaceted, very complex. So they cannot say they really understand the pain. I assume that if these people really know the problem that Nigerians are going through today, because it looks like they really don't understand. It looks like they don't understand. They promised 1 naira, even though I knew it was a lofty dream when they promised 1 naira to $1. Look at where that has taken us today. And you are not even mentioning anything regarding that. This is where we want to start from. Now you are talking about gigantic, you are just speaking grammar. And the person that supposedly spoke from the heart, is that what we are talking about? Issue-based politics, issue-based you know, commentaries. But someone is talking about someone that does not have more than one wristwatch. How does that affect the nation? How? Throwing jabs at people. I know it's a good icebreaker. I mean, or a good way to maintain a funfair in the midst of chaos of such a presentation. So the point is, if we are trying to be objective, I would say yes, it is good to bring brilliant minds together to talk about the way forward. But these are not the people that would, you know, that we would hold accountable at the end of the day. You should come. I mean, I have listened to Ruben Abati call on Tinubu to come and talk to Nigerians. So we can as well say on the people that were invited to such conference, they were just people that had premeditated or predetermined questions that they will ask. And when it was time for question and answer, you were not there to answer. So what's the point? Yes, this is me being objective. What's the point? You presented. I've been to many conferences. I've never seen a presenter evade questions. When it is time to present and make mouth, you are there. But when it's time to justify what you have said by clarifying people's concerns, and then you run away and go and bring the Yaboyeji to come and answer, and go and bring this one to come and answer. No, now that's not collaboration. Permit me if I use the word collaboration before. Yeah, that is poaching people's ideas, and which is good if you can bring people together to, to do things in governance. But we are talking about your plans that we can hold you accountable for, right? So this is the time you tell Nigerians, and you are sure. See, Nigerians are at their lowest at this point. They need people that would assure them, that would give them words of assurance and tell them how serious they are about tackling things, tackling issues. Yes, obedience might be up there abusing people around. Yes, they are tired and they have the legitimate right to do that. But look at what the person that is campaigning is doing. Is talking to the problems every day, speaking to the problems. Whereas some other people are, running around to get USA visa with about $60 million. So let's be sincere with ours. If we are trying to be objective, we need someone that will speak to the problem, not someone that will call their friends in the private sector and say, "Oh, come and ask me this question, come and ask me this question." I know so many corrupt students have done it in the past. This is the questions you will ask me when I finish my presentation for thesis or wherever. Yes, I've seen it. Even in this North America, people do it. This is the question you will ask me when I finish my presentation. Maybe if you are even there to answer the question, it will be good, because some students cannot run away from it. But this our master has said he is not ready to listen to even answer any question. So this is me being objective. Thank you.
These guys are not going to be taking it easy today. Okay, now. So I'm going to take it from where you started. Like, it was an attempt to, to do what he is known for. That's what you said, Timlane. So, and if that's an attempt to do what he was known for, Village Boy, do you consider him? Do you think this is normally something that deserves to be that deserve credit ability to bring great minds together. And that was what he was trying to demonstrate. If, according to Timileyin, that was what he was trying to demonstrate in that event. The
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear you?
Okay. So I'm saying, what's your opinion regarding that? Do you think he did a good job?
You see, to bring a team, to bring people together, I mean, team building, team forming is not an easy task. Apparently, from what Timile has said, it seems I only watched half of the video. The one I watched just at 5 minutes. So I didn't see the one they brought Flutter Waves guy and other. I didn't see that part. So,
Okay.
but the father, what I saw, he spoke, and Shetima came to speak. And Shetima did mention that somebody else will come to speak. So that is, like I said at earlier on, it's okay. I'm assembling a team, and it's not a case of me saying I can do this all by myself. I'm saying that, okay, two good heads, the emphasis on good, emphasis on good. two good heads can be better than one. So what is good head is another thing for congestion. I don't see anything wrong with that. This is because that is what we may call the innovative part of it. I am aware when he was governor of Lagos State, that is what we call this the blueprint he was talking about. They have this retreat or whatever at which they call Eyigbeti, something like that, discourse, something soft like that, where people gathered, where he was able to gather people, good heads, I must say, to articulate the master plan for Lagos State. It is that Eyigbeti document that Lagos State is implementing now, in fairness to him. So maybe he's trying to put something like that together for the country, which he was, if he want to do this at a larger scale. So bringing people in is not bad in itself. But if what Timileyin said, which I did not watch that aspect, that when it was time for question and answer, he left, then there's a problem with that. Then also, I am not sure, I've said it from my beginning opening statement, that look, who organized the event? Did he organize it, or did the organized private sector organize that invited him?
No, I believe from what I see or what I saw, he organized it and invited them.
Okay. So it's a case of, if Mohammed does not go to the mountain will come to Mohammed. Mountain and Mohammed shall shift base. In one word. Well, we are seeing a lot of things. We are seeing a lot of things happening. In this campaign, the campaign is very dull. I was expecting there would be some fire power by now, but I'm not seeing that. It's either because people are tired, people are broke, they are not happy, and they do not want to, become unnecessarily flamboyant in the midst of abject poverty. I know Shetima said one thing too. He said they don't want to glamorize poverty. I took note of that. But the truth is that as we speak today in Nigeria, politicians have weaponized poverty. You don't want to glamorize it, fine. But you are weaponizing it. People have been kept poor so that they can remain docile, so that they cannot think straight. So you don't want to glamorize something, but you conveniently, you are weaponizing it. That is why people will scramble 5,000 to vote. That is weaponized poverty. And we know that unfortunately, these are the demographics of people, loyal voters, These are the committed voters, the people who fall within that bracket of Ed Wesebe. These are the people that no matter what they will vote. Unless the trajectory is going to change this time around, the people that are ready to exercise their civic responsibility come any election cycle are people that are being held down by poverty. So if you come out to the public and say you don't want to glamorize poverty, why are you weaponizing it? Let me pause there.
I think it was actually Shetima was actually throwing punch to Obi
It
when he
doesn't
said
matter
that.
who is throwing punch at. It doesn't matter. We are talking about the nation. Yes, your party does not want to glamorize poverty. It makes sense, but we do know that you are weaponizing poverty.
Yeah, but I
Which
guess
one is
it's
more?
also
Which one is more devastating? Glamorizing it or weaponizing it?
the truth is that Obi is also taking advantage of the poverty in terms of making it a talking point, which is to his advantage,
Obi
right?
is not poor.
Similarly,
Obi is a bourgeois. If I want to go into critical theory, Obi is a bourgeois. Obi is stickingly rich. He may be stingy, but he's stickingly rich. Obi himself has cheated the system. You cannot be rich in Nigeria without cheating the system.
of course.
So,
Similarly, go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you.
glamorizing is not the issue. The poverty is weaponized in Nigeria.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
and currently he is taking advantage of it by making it a talking point.
Thank you thank you very much, Village Boy, for mentioning that. I had that in mind. I wanted to mention it when I was speaking, but I don't know why I didn't talk about it. Yes, to say we do not want to glamorize poverty. Number one, it is an insensitive statement to say in front of Nigerians that are passing through a lot financially at this point. And the leaders, especially the APC, are mostly responsible for that. We were $1 to naira in 2014 or 15 was supposed to be about 260, and today it is 800, approaching 1,000. And this is not about Aboki FX. So that's number one thing. Number two, just like the Village Boy said, Peter Obi is rich. Where was Shetima in 1993 when Obi bought his first home in his first offshore home in London? So these are people who actually made it through politics, talking about they are not trying to. Where did he get his money from? I mean, I'm talking about Shetima.
Yeah,
Shetima
Shetima, we don't know how
was the
rich he
Senate
is,
Bank.
but he was a banker.
So where was he when Obi bought his own first home in 1993? That's the question I'm asking. That these are the guys that made billions out of politics. He was not known before 1993, was he?
Yeah, yes, but he was also in the private sector for a
But
while.
was he known to be stickily rich?
He's
How
not.
many?
I think that those are not the fundamental issues we should be
No,
talking about.
he's talking about glamorizing poverty, and so if I have money, I can decide to spend it any way I want.
No, that's not the point. The point is that
You are
Obi
missing
was
the
always
point.
talking about poverty in Nigeria. That was
That's
the
not
point.
the only thing, sir. He mentioned that someone is always wearing one black shirt when always wearing 2 pairs of a wristwatch. Anything outside of that.
No. He said
but
he doesn't want to say that he has only 2 pair of shoes or one wristwatch. I think he was also referring to Jonathan. I have no shoes.
The shoes is for Jonathan, but this wristwatch thing is for Obi and the shirt.
The wristwatch thing is for Obi, we know.
So the point, what I'm trying to say is that apart from the fact that we know that mostly not only APC is actually let me say guilty of weaponizing poverty when it comes to political times like this. They are all of the parties are actually weaponizing poverty. But for him to say at this time that Nigerians are, at this point now, to say we are not glamorizing poverty, it is trying to say we really do not know people are passing through a lot. That's what I'm actually trying to say. Obi actually is demonstrating the fact that he knows what people are passing through. People are going through hell. Hell right now. And that is why we have to, that's what I'm saying. We have to speak to the problem. And for someone that does not even understand where the shoe pinches, how would he be able to provide sustainable solution? Because they will be able to provide this immediate solution of giving people 5,000, 10,000 dollars. But how sustainable is that? How sustainable is that? That is the point. How sustainable is that? So it is quite insensitive for him to say we are not glamorizing poverty. It is not about glamorizing poverty. Someone has seen a need and is trying to speak to it. Find a need and talk about it. Under your nose in Borno State, we know what terrorism is doing. Insecurity, you are not even talking about it. You should also talk about it. Maybe someone will now say we are not glamorizing insecurity and whatever. So let's be sincere. These things are what Nigerians are passing through. Some people are collecting 30,000. That's the minimum wage of Nigeria. If you convert it today, how many dollars is that? How much is that in dollars? So that is to tell you people are living way below poverty, what people would define as poverty line, that people should not even go below in any sane climb.
Yeah, when they say 30,000 naira is the minimum wage, doesn't mean that their salary is 30,000 naira. Because it's like when you start at that level, that's what you start with.
Oh, I
When
understand.
I
When understand what
level 1, because by year, your level may not change, but your grade will change.
Do we pull up the statistics of how much Nigerians are collecting? Okay, let me take it to the top. The academic, in academic profession in Nigeria, professors are collecting 278,000 naira per month. Do you know how much that means in dollars?
I think we should avoid the temptation of currency conversion. It doesn't do any good to anybody.
It doesn't.
I think the similar in the issue is this: if he's saying the flip side of that statement, we are not glamorizing poverty, he's trying to say, I'm not speaking for him, what I mean that, okay, they want to create an environment where people can prosper. That's what he was trying to say. But this is not like a magic wand. You are not just going to say, okay, hey, boom, every Nigeria come out of poverty line. It's not going to work that way. There must be something concrete. I mentioned an issue. Nigeria we are notoriously consuming nation. We consume anything under the sun. If you are going to industrialize Nigeria, the basic infrastructure for industrialization is electricity, the minimum. It is when if you feel electricity, then we can begin to talk about good roads, we can talk about logistics and other things. But if you cannot make even production competitive, one, Nigeria has a very large domestic market. If we can produce what we need, what we eat, what we wear in Nigeria, and do it efficiently and effectively, then you can say, okay, because of the multiplier effect of this, a lot of people will be taken out of the poverty band. It's not going to be a magic, it's a hard work. So if you say you are not glamorizing, if from what Timila is saying now, if you're not glamorizing it, means you are denied that it exists, then you are not even ready to solve the problem. Because Nigeria today is poorer than it was even 2 years ago. Not to talk of 7 years ago. Yes, before we used to talk about 16 years, the wasteful 16 years of PDP. It is even worse. Now, if the new government came in, they used 2 or 3 years complaining. I would say, look, come on, why did you contest? If you are complaining about the other, let's forget about it. Let's see what you can do. They've not shown us what we can do. Rather, we are getting poorer. Unfortunately, this is also a time that there is a global recession or close to recession. Even here, we
Yeah,
know that here we now, I mean, there's a statistic that came out of Calgary last week that people go to the food bank more than ever before. In fact, in the whole of Canada is my city, Calgary is topping that list of people who go to food bank because what they are earning cannot put food on their table. And because
yeah.
we have a social system here, that if you don't have enough food in your house, you can go to food bank to go and collect. So there is challenges of feeding everywhere. This is the reality. We have to face that reality. But if somebody wants to contest and is coming and saying, look, we don't want to glamorize poverty, and if it's 10 years because he wants to deny that there is poverty in the land, then there's a problem. Because even the thing we say we have advantage on, today we say we are producing our own rice. We are all, I mean, the importation of rice from Thailand has reduced to almost like 5%. But unfortunately, rice has become very difficult to me. It's without the reach of an average person. If a bag of rice is 42,000, it just means that what somebody has worked for in the whole month cannot buy a bag of rice. And we are not saying that, and we are saying there's no poverty. There's something is wrong with it.
Mm.
Something is wrong
Okay.
with that statement. If it's using it as a political jabbing, I think it is too insensitive. I will agree it is too insensitive.
Okay. Let me pose this question to Tosin, who has been silent. Um, some of us we know the problem of the challenges faced by the nation, but based on Tinubu's statement that day, and maybe his assistant too, do you think they have a clear understanding of the challenges faced by the nation?
Sorry. They according to the to what is was reading that is speech that day, they have a clear understanding of the problem. Everybody knows our problem. They have a clear understanding of the problem. They only come on TV to throw figures and throw statistics in on our faces. They we say rice production has increased by kinetic percentage. Nigeria is the highest rice production in Africa, but our rice cost is the highest also in Africa. How can we just oppose that? So they know the problem. They know the problem. The only thing is, do they have the willpower to solve the problem? They do their party have the antecedent to solve the problem? Their candidacy, their individuals, their personality, do they have the capacity to solve the problem? Or they are just going there for personal gains and for their ethnic and self gains, personal gains, self gains, ethnic gains, and what they will gain. Everybody knows we have a problem. People are hungry. Children cannot go to schools. Out of school students, pupils is the highest in Nigeria. Youth finish schools, they cannot graduated from school, they cannot get jobs. Everybody knows our problem, but who can solve it? Who has the willpower? And not just talking to get people's vote, talking to make it look like they understand what we are passing through and they want to solve the problem. To me, I don't see APC and their candidates as having capacity to solve the problems. I don't see that. They might be coming on live to read a prepared speech to us. They might even graduate to honoring interviews on TV station with journalists and talk beautifully well, but can they deliver at the end of the day? Can they do something at at this stage in Nigerian politics? I am more afraid of people coming on the platform of political parties and having supporters, card carrying member party supporters also. I'm more afraid of them. The reason is this: as seen in the candidacy of Buhari, people that have been supported and been voted for by party members, card carrying party members, they will enjoy even second term, whether they do well or no. Because those that are card carrying members of their party do not even want to know if their candidate is doing well or no. They just want their party to be in power, even if they themselves have finished school for 4 years and they cannot secure a job. But because a week to election, 2 weeks to election, they are doing Shopee, they are doing Empower for them, they will be carried away with that, and they will make sure that they fight you online and even do all sort of things to making sure that their candidates win the election. So everybody know our problem. Even a 6-year-old, I've seen kids, videos of kids online stating out the problems we have as a nation, as a country. Everyone understand the problem. But how do we solve these problems? How? And the political will to solve the problems. The political will to solve the problem. If the guy that is the governor of Borno State, when Boko Haram is at the epic, and he cannot do anything, if he's that the same guy that wants to become the vice president now, sure, we don't know that Boko Haram will keep having amnesty upon amnesty, and they will keep bringing them to the recruiting them to the military. And if they keep recruiting them to the military, what happened at what's that country? I've forgotten the name of the country now, where the terrorists, Abi, where they overthrown the government within 30 minutes. Why will that not happen in Nigeria if we have such candidacy? So we should be careful of politicians at this point with their beautiful words. What they are only after personal gains and nothing. Tinubu is the godfather of Lagos State for more than 20 years now. What has the state delivered? If he has done well as the godfather of that state, single-handedly putting people in place to be governor after him, if he has done well, by now you will not need to run etaskata for people's vote and all. We will be the one begging him to become the president. But because he has not done that, even if he falls sick today, there's no capable hospital in Lagos State to treat him. He has to fly to UK for anything. That is why the need to organize people reading speeches up and down is there, because they don't have a proven track record. They don't have the willpower to tackle the problem the people are facing. So, to your question, do they understand the problem? Yes, they do. They know we don't have light, and we need light for industrial revolution. They know all these things. They can talk beautifully well, but implementation, willpower, will they not be carried away about people that will get hungry if they do a certain thing? People were saying in the time of Buhari's first regime, if he gets second regime, he will do well. He doesn't want to offend some people so that he will get second time. If he gets second time, he will do well. He say, okay, they want to vote for him. Now he's in second time. Less than a year. What has he done? Where is the willpower? What is the legacy he wants to leave? If we entrust somebody from same party to come and rule Nigeria again, can they deliver again? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tosin. Now, there's something you said I wanted to say this. Elections in Nigeria is actually, when you vote in Nigeria, you are voting for the party, not for the individual. And you said something that if a candidate is elected by majority of the party members, that candidate has a possibility of coming to power the second term. Okay, and I think this is something that other political parties like what do you call it, Labour Party, Showore's AAC. This is a fact that they should really work on. And I'm not saying that has worked for Nigeria. Like Village Boy always said that the best candidate or the best person may not eventually win election in a democracy. And that's why I talked about, is it possible for us to actually know who has the best capacity among these people? You know,
Yes.
emphasis, I mean, a lot of us on this platform have been laying emphasis on as a physical strength or physical ability, somebody that is not too old at least, you know. But there's something that Shetima said. He said his principal, he said the election, I mean, the presidency is not a marathon. So you don't
It's
need
more than
somebody.
marathon. Thank you very much. It's more than marathon. Tinubu also have said it before that some people are saying it's not fit, that it is not coming to run 100-meter or a marathon. But to be the president of the largest black nation on earth, more than 200 million people, is more than a marathon. You are coming to be president for 4 years. A marathon or a split is only for some seconds or minutes. But you are coming to rule people for 4 years. Is more than marathon. It's more than having a physical strength. And
Yeah.
especially once we have a sitting president who continually, repeatedly complain about his old age, one, complain about his ill health, two. So we cannot entrust the country into the hand of another person that has us that in him already. So it's more than a split, it's more than marathon. And we cannot compare a Tinubu that is the governor of Lagos State in 1999 to him today. I'm not mocking anybody's health. I pray I grow old also, and so I don't mock anybody's health. But we are talking about the leader of the largest black nation on earth. So we cannot be talking. We cannot be playing politics or playing around with people's destiny.
But the leader of the richest country in the world is actually older.
Is older, but if we want to, what about the state of health? The nation, the president, the president of the richest country in the world, if you go to their archives now, you will find his health conditions. The nation knows his health condition. Do we know that of Tinubu? And is he ready to provide it for us?
We don't know that.
Excuse me, sir. Can I jump in?
Wait, don't jump in yet.
I'll be very happy to jump in.
Yet. Taufik from the comment section here is saying that Obi also has interest of what
I saw his comment. I
don't want you to respond to his comment. I wanted to say that, in 2019 when Showore was actually campaigning, one of the major reasons I was supporting Showore at that time, we had not started opinion share, but one of the major reasons I was supporting Showore then was the caliber of people that I saw with him. Okay, so because I know that an individual, you are only an individual, all right. And this session again, I don't see that those same people following him. Okay, so as far as I'm looking at all of these candidates personally by myself, I'm looking at them. I'm looking at people that are with them. I'm looking at people that are following them, because we saw Buhari. The problem, let's be in. This is also my opinion. I think one of the major problems that Buhari has was his inability to be able to organize people, credible people who have sense, who understand the way things work today. But do you think that an Obi what do you call it, Atiku, Tinubu will be able to do that kind of a thing, and that leads me to the question that I want to ask to Village Boy. Timline, please hold on, okay? Please, I'm begging you. So the question I want to ask the Village Boy, combining it with what Timile, Tosin has said, is it possible for us to be able to say this is the person that will have the best capacity, this is the best person that would have a political will to deliver and all of those? How do we, as electorates or as citizens, how do we decipher that among all of these people that are contesting?
Well, there are two aspects of this. If you want me to be very sincere, if I'm going to mark any of them in terms of grading, none of them will get 40%. Obi is popular. Is appealing to the emotion of the people, but the emotion doesn't govern well. We need more than emotional appeal to govern. He's speaking about the issues, but the truth is that I have not seen the depth that I will require from a president in him. Yes, he's live a simple life. Yes, he's accessible. Yes, he's try to be, he's in the Labour Party, which is a straight bed fellow. You can't be a billionaire or multi-billionaire and say you are in the Labour Party. So it doesn't make, it's just like we are not still getting the real people that should come and govern us. So, but in terms of grading, because of age and other thing, if you look at other indices, it might be the only one that might score like 37%. I'm not stingy. So, but when you talk of capacity, actually, like Tosin said, I wish I also do. I said in my first book, the thing is that for Tinubu, age and ill health has robbed him of certain things. But in terms of organizing people, he's not a lone ranger. Obi is a lone ranger. Obi is a lone ranger. Obi is just doing things. And I've drawn the attention here that look, even when we are talking about, they even say today Obi wins as the president, win the presidency. How many states can Labour Party win? He's just campaigning for himself. The focus is only on the presidency. But this thing does not work that way. How many House or how many Senate seats will Labour Party win? The party, the platform which Obi is running. How many House of Rep will they win? And these are very fundamental, because if you don't have this support base in this area, even if he wins, will he be able to do anything meaningful? I've told you the story of what happened in 1980 with Balarabe, where he was PRP. It was NPN that were controlling the State House Assembly. They removed him just like that. He will send commissioner, they will not approve. He will send commissioner, they will not approve. He ran only with himself, the deputy governor, and the secretary of the state governor, the late Professor Bala, Suma Bala. They were the only one that they were running the government, because this assembly kept on shutting down the list of commissioners he was sending to them. They frustrated him. Eventually, they impeached him. So, if Obi is not standing on a very good, solid ground, because they are not looking, his supporters are not looking at this other aspect. So that itself is a major problem. For Atiku, honestly, I don't really see anything Atiku can offer. Honestly, I don't see anything Atiku can offer. Maybe Atiku can get about 15%. I know you will ask me, which score will I give to Tinubu? If you discount the age factor and everything factor, you may just get some 30-something too. Actually, what we need today, the autistic leadership, those who are not self-centered, In the case of autism, you may look at Obi as okay, Obi is simplicity and all that thing. Maybe, but we have not even gone to interrogate very well the business he runs. How does he treat his workers? We don't know. We don't want. Nobody wants us to go there. And truly, we have to go there because he's not. Because the mere fact that he's in Labour Party today, it is one reason why we should want to interrogate. Okay, those who work with him or work for him, how does he treat them? So, what we need to move forward and not none of these ones, in my own estimation.
What about Showore?
Showore and Showore came to Calgary in 2019 or 2018 to campaign. I spent 1 hour listening to him. I went there with a friend. I sat there and listened to him. Again, he was able to articulate the problem. But Showore remains an advocate. He's an Aluta person. I don't see that administrative capability in him within that 1 hour that I stay with him. And this is my opinion, and I own it. Again, to also appeal more to emotion. So, most of the solution he was providing shows that he doesn't understand the intricacies of administration. Because there are interplay in administrative people. And I've asked people about, okay, if Obi win presidency today, can he even handle the federal civil service? Because those guys, they real clog in the wheel of progress.
Witchcraft.
No, I'm not talking about Asoro. It's Asoro that say there is witchcraft. See, federal civil service. Can he handle them? Because those guys, they are more, especially from the director level and above, they are more powerful than even most governors. And they work together to keep us where we are. And these are the people that will implement the policy. So, honestly, when I think about all this, I say, look, who bewitch us in Nigeria? Why can't people agile, those that you can take everything, cerebral, people come out? And there are some in the unknown parties, I've listened to some of them, and they said, why are we not looking at this guy? Why are we not looking at this guy? So Nigeria surely we have big problem at our hand. And eventually one of these people will win. So for me, 2023 doesn't give me much hope. I'm sorry to say this on the internet, where everybody can have access to it. The way the thing is going doesn't give me much hope. That's why I choose to remain neutral. I don't support anybody.
Okay.
Because I've not said what to support.
All right, Timilan, you were trying to say something earlier.
Hopefully, I still remember. But the point is, you were trying to compare Joe Biden to whatever we have in Nigeria right now. So the point is, you cannot compare a stable economy, a stable democracy with what we are. I mean, Obi has spoken to this many times. He has had Ruben Abati, was it Ruben or Rufai? When they were talking about, they were asking him questions that his followers are saying Asiwaju is sick, is not as mentally capable as he was when he was governing Lagos or whatever. So the point is, today, what we have as problems in Nigeria, they are basic, they are fundamental, and they are developmental problems. You cannot see a Joe Biden campaign about good roads and power in the US. So these have In fact, it will be very, very, I don't know, it will be insulting to compare. See, if someone becomes a president in the US today and is not doing what he's supposed to do, they will house such person. But can we say the same in Nigeria, especially if it comes from a powerful political party? Can we say the same thing? So the point is, we have fundamental issues in Nigeria that we need someone that has to be on the ground. All what people are campaigning for in the US today are maybe foreign economy, foreign whatever, talking about policies and all that. But yeah, we are still talking about power. Yeah, we are still talking about roads. We are still talking about school. We are still talking about water.
Yeah, but people are talking about school too in the US. They may not be talking about
What are they talking about?
new road
What are they?
construction.
So are they talking about? Are they talking about no school or strike?
They are talking about social equity.
They're not
Because
talking
the
about
school in the rural areas and the school in the urban area are far apart.
village boy. Can you please educate us? How can we compare? Even if we have someone that has,
We are not comparing. You say they are not talking about. You say they are still talking
I'm
about.
just saying they are
The
talking
talking
about
may
it.
be different.
Yeah.
The
See,
talking may be different.
yeah. See, this is a first world class, okay? Why we are in a third world, all right? We
But
understand that.
however, we cannot compare
it's
Tinubu
not
to Joe
possible.
Biden on all
Yeah, on
grants.
basis, see, the
On
reason
all
I
Who
grounds.
is
mentioned,
comparing that?
I'm not
Sir?
comparing.
Who is
It's only on the
comparing that?
basis of age.
Mr.
I'm
Paul
only
is trying
talking
to
about.
compare now. He's asking. He's
No,
asking that.
I wasn't comparing. But when you mentioned agility and age, that was why I mentioned that.
Yeah, that's because
Unless if you want to say a human being in America is better than a human being in Africa.
no, that's not the point. So that is
We
Eh,
have
that's
a
exactly
strong
why.
institution. We have a strong institution in the US, which we
Thank
don't
you,
have
yeah,
in
village boy.
Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. We have
good.
That's
I
all.
guys,
agree with that.
we have
That is
a
just it. And
sustainable
we have
ones.
consciousness. They have consciousness. Their politicians over there have more consciousness and God-fearing than our politicians. They are
Don't say
God
that.
politicians
fearing,
here.
God
A
fearing,
minute,
God
sir.
Okay,
fearing.
okay,
A minute,
No,
sir.
okay.
I have
no,
my
Where
no.
is my God
a
fearing?
minute,
Forget
sir.
about that.
A minute, sir. The reason I said is a, a prime minister will automatically resign by him or herself that they are not doing well or they are violating a law. Can that happen within the Nigerian politicians? Damn. Can that
We are not,
happen? That is what I'm saying. So
parliamentary system,
if
listen, parliamentary system is different from presidential system. Parliament in presidential, what they do, they impeach the president. In parliamentary system, the moment many of your cabinet ministers resign, you are left in the cold. You have no choice than to step down.
Did you not wonder why Trump did not resign?
Trump cannot resign, sir. No.
You have to
Trump,
impeach, and
why
impeach
would
is a
Trump
very
resign?
tortuous
Even
journey.
after gone through processes of impeachment, he still
Impeachment.
stayed back and finished his term.
And
Trump
because
cannot
the
resign
what
because
house is
Trump believed in what he was preaching, in what he was doing. He even contested the second time.
So
Trump can.
why do you think
So
Buhari does not believe in himself?
who says he does not believe in himself? The
I-
point is that we are running a government by proxy in Nigeria at this point, like pushing people that they can do it. Well, we all know. So the point, and that takes me to to disagree with Citizen Oluwatosin in one of the statements he made, that about two statements actually. The first one, that Nigerians are now civilized. No, we are not. We really don't know our problems. We really don't. We are not civilized yet. We really are not. Number two, that that
you
politicians.
have to define civilization.
Yes, I'm going there. I'm going there. So those are the points he made. The second point is that people, politicians and people, that they know our problems. The point is, we have different categories of people in Nigeria, from the leaders to the followers. There are some people that truly know our problems, but they have issues with followership. They have issues with loyalty. So they are loyal to their principles, loyal to their party, and not to the nation, although they know the problems. There are some people, they really are oblivious of our problem. They don't know, and they are looking for people to educate them. Tell us the problems we have in Nigeria. Tell me why APC is not doing well. There are people today that are still saying that. Tell me why APC, I don't think that person has problem. Now tell me why APC has not done well. There are people in Nigeria today that really do not know what is happening outside of the Southwest.
Yeah.
Some people are living in the North, they don't know what the problem is in the South. So then we are not
But
civilized.
similarly, that is everywhere.
It's not everywhere. It's not everywhere.
It
It's
is.
not everywhere.
Let me tell
It
you, there
is.
are
It
people
is
here in
actually.
Ghana, in your province, that doesn't know what is going on in my province.
The
Yeah.
problem, this is it. And that is where the kind of government system we are running in Nigeria, we have a federal government that is very central, and government is not distributed across board. But here, each province has has its own government, and they are autonomous in some way. They have the way
Yeah.
they run their things. The village boy can
Yeah.
bear me
We are
witness.
not comparing that
So that's
on that
the
basis.
so that is where I'm going to. Like people, because we are running, we
Over
have
centralized.
we have a candidate from the southwest, we have a candidate from the north, we have a candidate from the east. And now someone will blindly follow tribe and religion and say this person is from the southwest, and I will follow just because they don't know what is happening in the north. Some people are still saying that what is happening in the East today, in Anambra today, is as a result of Obi, that Obi is not doing anything about it. Someone that has left power. And some people are still saying, see, there are so many things we should discuss about the civility of Nigeria, about civilization. Like people don't know. People really need to know.
Similarly, calm
Knowledge
down.
and civilization are not exactly the same thing.
Calm
I think
down.
you are
See,
you are you are
you
you
need
are,
to
you are
watch. You need to watch some American TV, and you see people act as in 100% gullible. You will respect some Nigerians when you hear some Americans
Gullibility,
talk about politics.
gullibility is different, oh, Mr. Paul. This is what
I mean,
and then
this
when
is
we
what
anyway,
Sister Oluwatosin said. Maybe
I
we
think
should. No, it
I
is
think we should
important that
close.
wait. It is important we make it clear, sir. It is important we make it clear. Like there are some. The question you asked him was that, do you think our leaders know our problems?
Yeah,
We all heard Alice Madueke say that she could not believe that some people live under bridge. That's to tell you that we live in two different worlds.
Was that a sincere statement from her?
The point is, you might never know. Would you see her under Oshodi Bridge? Would you see her in the night under Oshodi Bridge? That's the point. That is the
yeah.
point.
That's Alice Madueke. I don't think an Obi will say that, or
That,
Ishowore or Tinubu will say that. I don't think so.
that's why we need people that are close to the people, close to the sufferings of the people, and that really have the willpower. They have
And
the
who are
will, the
that? Do
ultimate will.
you think Obi was the one that is close to the people?
I'm not saying it's the one that is close to the people, but the
look,
Tinubu that is close to the people. What can we say? What
That's
can we
why
say? If Tinubu is the one
you
that
see,
is close to the people,
I want us to be very clear. You know, Shiomane, before we come up, there was always wearing khaki as the labor leader. But now the guy is wearing suit since then. No.
Baba, he disguised his way to government house, Jeje.
Oh. We have
Huh?
plenty to learn from.
Seriously. Anyway, I think we have done a thorough job today. Within 1 hour, we spent 1 hour 13 minutes now, so I think we should close. Let's consider rounding off. Maybe there's something you still want to say about this matter. Let's take 1 minute maximum to round up. I'll start with Tosin.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very interesting show today, as always. And in the next coming election, anyone that is watching now or will be watching in the future, please let us try to vote for somebody that has. No one is an angel among us, and nobody can be 100% accurate. But still, we have some of them that are running now, especially Peter Obi. Me, I don't like to sit on the fence. I've assessed all of them, and the person I think is young, versatile, and talking to the problems we have and seems to have what it takes to lead a Nigeria of today, of 2023, is Peter Obi. If you have your PVC already, please try to vote in the coming election. Don't get intimidated. If you are here to collect your PVC, please make sure, if you are registered already, make sure you collect your PVC. It is very important. The country we have today is already on its knee, and we cannot afford another mistake in 2023. So 2023 election is very crucial to us. We will not just throw it up because however it is, we have to elect one person. So we cannot write it off. We cannot say all of them are not good. There is always someone that is good in every electoral year. And to me, I think Peter Obi is capable this time around. God bless you. Have a nice evening.
All right, thank you. Timileyin.
Thank you very much. Like Akinwale to the Olalekan said, it has been an interesting analysis today. Thank you for staying by. So I would, my own would always be one advice. Please just go and get your PVC. I know people have registered and then probably the registration has closed now. So if you registered, get it. Even if you are going to vote for whoever, get it. And so you would know in 2023, 2024, your conscience will tell you that whatever that happened, me, I'm part of the process. So uh please get your PVC and then vote your conscience. The point is we need to see beyond, we need to see beyond our parties. We need to see, I know this is hard for some people to take. This is that we should see beyond our party, beyond our tribe, beyond our religion, and look for the most competent of all the contenders and vote for our choice. Thank you.
Thank you. Village boy.
Thank you very much. Suppose you talk strange things about for democracy. There's no conscience in democracy. There's conviction. People vote their conviction, not their conscience. So, and it's not something you can legislate. Nigeria government, as it is, administration stand on a tripod. Even if one leg of that tripod is strong, it will not give it a balance. Think about that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. It has been an interesting talk and analysis, just like Mr. Akinwale talked about. I want to say thank you to Taufik and Mr. Adebanjo and Akinwale at the same time for joining us for their comments and contributions. I want to say thank you to all those who have shared the discussion also. So if you have not, please, you can still share it so that other people will be able to see it and perhaps drop a comment, or if they are interested in participating in our next discussion, which is on Saturday. We are here every Saturday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, talking about Nigeria and whatever that concerns Nigerians. So thank you. It's been interesting today. I love it. And we will be back hopefully by next week, Saturday. Thank you very, very much from all of us. This is our own little way of contributing to the politics in Nigeria and, trying to make the country a better one. Please do your own part also, whatever it is. Thank you.
Thank you.